Greetings, Elder Blacklight, Part 2, CBDC Fed.Now program versus the power of Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. So, they're getting ready to break out a new type currency or a new type of money, and they talked about it this very moment in the Bible, right here, King James Version, in Revelations. Now I'm going to go to Revelations and show you just what time it is, where we at now. So we're going to go to Revelations 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become an habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And the nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath, of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornications with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her. Now that sounds like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad telling us to come out of her. Come out of her mindset mentally. If we come out of her mindset mentally, physically, is to follow. George Clinton might say it like this: free your mind and your ass will follow. Then it goes on, we're going to go down to number 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That's all the tornadoes and fires and diseases and fentanyl and all those kind of drugs and inflation and everything. Anyway, number 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Which takes me to this video right here.
Kenya, it's really not looking good for the US dollar. As you know, the US dollar has been one of the most powerful currencies for a long time, and countries use the US dollar to trade with one another. But it seems like now countries are finding a way to go past the US dollar. For example, Kenya just signed deals with Saudi Arabia and the UAE to buy oil with its local currency, which is the Kenyan shillings, instead of the United States dollars. And also Ghana is using gold to buy oil, and that is going to also impact the US dollar. And the recent news has been Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa talking about the plan they have to develop a new currency. Brazil and China have struck a deal to bypass the US dollar when paying for trade goods, which is a significant milestone in Beijing's long-term goal to establish the yuan as the dominant international currency. So this is going to help the countries trade without really stressing about how they're going to get the US dollar or losing money and the cost going up.
Now they call it Operation Brick. See, your preachers, reason why Christianity ain't no good, because the preachers ain't preaching it right. They're not teaching it right, because they work for the devil. There's two systems, the devil's system and Allah, the natural system. One is divine intelligence, the other is artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence being the devil. Now everybody else is waking up. You heard it with your own ears. You know, except y'all over here, y'all don't want to lead the system. That's why that brother was talking about he don't think that he don't think leaving the Christian religion, you know, ain't gonna help black people. Yes, it will help black people because they misleading you, and they rearrange the scriptures anyway for this particular time, not knowing that Master Farah Muhammad will come over here and put everything back in order, divine order. But he gave all this to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we are Muslims. Black man, every black man and woman is a Muslim by nature. But the Caucasian is a Muslim through faith. You know, it's not his natural religion. He made up Christianity because Islam was already here. So that's why the Honorable Elijah Muhammad set up $100 million empire before he left. So they had to counter that with his son. You know, they used him to wipe it out. This is Black Light. Stay tuned for part 3.